Okay, now we go into proper leg tackle. So always controlling the head and the leg. As far as I'm concerned, the king of this position is the cradle. It's a situation that you see again in MMA, you see it in wrestling, you see it in jiu-jitsu, and just a great control and a great way to control an explosive partner, to mat return, keep top position. So, whenever your partner builds height, a bit closer. Yeah, exactly. Your partner is going to want to walk his feet to his hands or vice versa, his hands to his feet, okay? At some point, chances are that there's going to be some near side leg exposure. So again, I want to build height a little bit so he's carrying my weight. There's more weight on his upper body. And now I want to penetrate with my knee through and catch his leg right behind his knee. So I catch his leg, penetrate, and switch. Okay? Now I lock my hands, thumb finger, palm to palm, wrist to wrist. That depends on you. I personally like locking palm to palm. Now, you see the footwork. Now is very similar to the Darce footwork. So I was here, I had one penetration step, and I switched. Now, just like we did from the cow catcher, I want to switch my feet again, and I want to twist my shoulders to generate this rotational move. Very, very similar to the cow catcher. When he tries to post, there's only so far he can go. Build height, penetration step, switch my feet. When he tries to stand up, when he tries to post with the free hand, there's only so far he can go before I break him down. When he goes to scramble from this, turn around, turn a bit, turn. Yeah. When he goes to scramble from here, it's actually very hard. My recommendation is to start some sort of leg riding here and collapse really his chin into his chest. This is really a tough position to get out. His best chance is probably to just relax, accept the bottom position and waiting to open my legs, my hands, because it's really hard to just explode his way out. Exploding your way out of there is actually kind of my game. Is what I want, because I want to generate exhaustion. So again, another one of those rotation movements, head and knee, always collapsing the chin into the chest and the head into the knee. So penetration step, I go, I collapse by engaging my lateral muscle and bringing my elbow to my hip, and now I can feed half guard, I can feed leg riding. There's all sorts of things that I can do.
Yeah. Nice. Keep on the next one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we have. I think that's ankle pick. Yeah. Help me. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Let's talk about straight ankle pick. Okay, an ankle pick is a situation that you see quite a lot in wrestling. Now we get it from a short offense, so from a front headlock exchange while your partner builds height. Exactly. Now your partner builds height. Now what I want to do is to go and catch the ankle. Let's return. Yeah, exactly. This will happen especially when your partner has a stagger stance. Exactly. This is actually a good idea for him because now he's bearing a little bit of weight with this leg. So when I go to snap him down, he can withstand my snaps much better than he could if he had this back. Okay. So he brings this in. I start threatening this nip. He brings this in. I could go in a cradle or I could go and catch the ankle. Now my whole thing is to bowl his head onto his foot and lift. At this point, I could just go into guard and engage, but it's much better if you want to keep your partner down to immediately create an angle. Because when you create an angle, your partner goes to stand up from here, not accepting bottom position, go back. Either he stands up away from you, and we're in the usual turtle exchange, or he stands up into you, and we're back into a nice front headlock, and we can wear our opponent down over multiple snaps, multiple chest to back sequences. That doesn't happen if from an ankle pick, go up, yeah, I start driving. If I stay square to him, he can start exploding out and eventually stand up, and he starts framing, and I just lose top position altogether. So it's always better to cut a quick angle first. In that case, if your partner doesn't want to accept bottom position, he's forced to give up some sort of back exposure. This is very important because, especially if, let's say I'm coming from bottom, if I'm playing guard, I'm heisting, I'm snapping, now your partner quad pod, I go, these are 2 points, okay? I was on bottom and now I'm on top. So it's reasonable to expect that your partner is not going to accept bottom position just like that, okay? It's always going to be an expensive fight. So cutting an angle forces your partner to give up some degree of back exposure, which is obviously much better than just have your partner stand back up on you and you lost all your progress. Ankle pick can be done straight, ankle pick, whenever your partner brings this in, which is basically the same situation of a cradle. But whenever you start threatening cradles or ankle pick, your partner is going to switch this stagger stance, which makes sense because now that's just too far away. I need to dive my head and bring his head onto his cross ankle. It's always about bringing the head to the ankle. So now I dive my head and I go for a cross ankle pick. And now I just bowl his head into his ankle. This grants you a far superior degree of control after the fact. So go back. Yeah. I start threatening here. He goes back. I shoot through and I just bowl his head into his ankle. Now, this creates a very, very elegant dilemma because your partner is forced to give you at least one leg if he doesn't want to get mat returned with a snap. So let's say your partner has feet on a line. Okay, there you go. Now he's very resilient to snaps because his weight is being carried by his legs. I start threatening a cradle or an ankle pick. Same idea, near side leg, straight leg. I go and I threaten either a cradle or an ankle pick. Now it's too far away. Now I go and I threaten a far side. Either he gives me back the near side, in which case I got the near side ankle pick once again, or he denies me both leg, which means that it's going to be very, very easy for me to mat return my partner. So this is the game you want to play. You always play straight leg, cross leg, and snap in combination. So your partner stands up, you threaten one leg, you go for the other one. If at any point, to avoid the snap, your partner posts with the leg once again, you reboot the system until you get a result. Obviously, you can start plugging into this, Olympic rolls, anacondas. We're not going to get too deep into this, but when you go 1, 2, your partner denies you that, you can also start going into Olympic roll from here. And that's actually a very nice Olympic roll because obviously your partner, because he has such a wide angle, doesn't have that much base, and you can see how things become very interesting and very complicated, but also very effective.